Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to build a dashboard comparing KPI ratings across two roles or two things. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to hone on your data analytics skills, please be sure to check out Data Camp. I have links down below the video for you. Be sure to check them out. They are my learning partner for everything data analytics, and I'm sure they could be yours too. Let me go through on a high level how I built this dashboard. So the title is actually made of a visual card. The different job roles are actually slicers. And the table, these two tables right here are actually made of the matrix visual. Let's start with the slicers, and I've created a blank canvas to start with. First of all, we'll build two tables representing the two slicers with all the job role values in them. I've already built the tables, but I'll show you how I built them. So first you go to modeling and go to new table. And here we'll name our table A2. And using the values function, we'll put in the job role values. And I just want to make sure we're getting from the original data set. Which is here. Okay, I'm gonna copy this and make the second table for the second slicer. So I go to new table again, and I'm gonna paste that and name this B2, enter. So let's now go back to our dashboard and look for slicer. I'm going to drag one slicer in and another slicer on the right. So what we'll do is we'll add data equals to the values from table A2 and the second slicer from table B2. There you have it. The next thing I want to do is to create a selection criteria, in that when I pick a selection here, for example, if I click on manager here, then manager will disappear from the other slicer. I'm going to create two measures. So click on new measure and then type in here selected value A2. And I want to put an if statement if selected value from table A2 equals selected value from table B2, then 0 else 1. And I'm going to copy and paste this. And now for selected value B2, I'm going to create new measure. I'm going to copy and paste. Change this to B2, E2, and then A2. Next, I'm going to click on slicer A2, and I'm going to put in the filter selected value A2, and I'm going to put in here equals to 1. And apply filter. So as you can see, sales representative is gone. So what happened is, if it's the same as slicer B2, then it will disappear. So now I'm going to go and do the same thing for slicer B2. Put in selected value B2, make this equals to 1, and apply filter. Once I do that, then manager will be gone. Yep, there you have it. So currently the slicers are in a vertical list option, so I want to change that to a different option. So I'll go to slicer setting and go to tile, and then do the same thing for the second slicer. I'm going to expand this a little bit more. Okay. Next, I'm gonna take out the slicer header, and then I'm going to change the font to 13, make it black, and then I'm going to make the background green. There you have it. And then I'll make the background the same as the color in the canvas background. All done. I want to stop here for a bit and talk about the insights that we can get from this dashboard. For example, if we want to compare the KPI ratings between research scientists and a laboratory technician, we'll click on that, those two choices, and we look across the KPI ratings to compare them. So as we can see here, both has almost the same performance rating. Job involvement, however, is higher for research scientists, being a higher level position. Job satisfaction is also a little bit higher for research scientists, and environment satisfaction is almost the same. Relationship satisfaction is higher for research scientists. However, well-being is a little bit lower compared to laboratory technician. Now, to create the KPI matrix visual, we have to create measures separately for the selected value from table A2 and the selected value for table B2. I'm going to show you the performance rating metric, and you can build the rest. So I've already built this before. I'm going to explain to you the formula first. So basically, the formula is to calculate the average of performance rating, filter by the job role equals to the selected value from whichever table that we are interested in. So in our case, it will be table A2. So now I'm going to create a measure, okay? And I'm going to copy and paste the formula from before and change this to performance rating A2, and I'll have to change this to table A2 as well. And then I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna create a second measure for table B2. Okay, so change this to B and change this to B. So you will repeat this process for all the KPI metrics that you're interested in. So I've created all the 5 KPI metrics for both table A2 and B2 values. Now we have to put all the metrics in the matrix visual, just like that. Let's start with our matrix visual and start putting in our data. Let's put in the job role for A2, and for the values, we'll put in all the ratings for A2. Oh, I just repeated that. Let's go back and this. I'm going to take out the row subtitles, and then I'm going to go and change the background. Okay. Let's change the font to 15 and make it bold. Next, let's go to column headers and make the font bold. And then row headers, bold as well. Let's go to grid, make this green, make this green as well, and make the width 3. Under grid border, make this green and width 3. The last thing I want to do is go to background here, make this gray, go to shadow, turn that on, make this green. There you have it. So the easiest way to do the second matrix visual is to copy and paste, and then you can change the data inside. So after changing the data for B2 and swapping all the A2 ratings to B2, we have the final output that looks like this. Now onto our last visual for our title, which is a visual card. I'll first show you how the title formula looks like. So we have to create a formula title equals to variable role A2 in our case, which is a selected value from table A2. We'll create another variable for selected value from table B2, and then we'll create the final variable result, which is equals to KPI ratings comparison between the selected value from table A2 and the selected value from table B2, and then return the result. So let me go ahead and create a new measure for our title, new measure, and I'm gonna name this title 2, representing our title. I'm gonna create more lines here, and I'm gonna paste what I have done before here. And so what we need to create here is variable role A2, which is a selected value from table A2 actually, close parenthesis, and then variable role B2, which is equals to selected value from table B2, and then variable result will then equals to KPI ratings between, and you want to put a space here, and we put in the %, role A2, % with the word and make sure we have a space in between either each side, and then %, role B2, and then lastly we'll return our result too. Okay, let's delete this and done. Let's open up our visual card, and then let's add in our data, which is our title 2. Okay, so I'm going to change the font here to 30. And I'm going to take out the category label, and as you can see, it's already showing the selected job roles. Let's now go to size and style, change the background to gray, and then have our shadow turn on, color to green. One last thing to do is to insert the word versus in here. So for that, we'll insert in shape and make this smaller. Next, we'll go to shape and style, fill it with green, and put a text. We'll turn that on and put VS. We'll make the font 25, make it bold. I'm going to reshape this, make it center. Next, I'm going to go to shadow, turn that on, make this 0, I'm going to reshape this so I can see the word VS. Make sure it's centralized. I'm gonna push this to the right a bit. There you have it. So we're done with our comparison analysis dashboard between two roles or two things. And so basically, if you want to compare between research director and sales executive, you can click on both and compare the KPI ratings across both tables. I hope you like this video and I hope you will try it out. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye.